What's up everybody, and welcome to today's edition of Tool Duel. We're going to post all the specs and the cool features of each tool, but I want to know in the comment section below, which tool do you like the best? Which one has the coolest features and what would you change? I want you all to decide the winner between the two of these tools. Now with that being said, let's take a look at the two tools that will be competing in the Tool Duel. Oh, we got an awesome one here for you today, guys. We got the all-new RIDGID OCTANE JobMax oscillating tool versus the DEWALT 20V Max XR oscillating tool. Now, we do have independent reviews for each one of these tools. I will put cards and end cards at the end of the video for you to check these out. But they're going head-to-head, and I want to know who is the winner between the two. We're using 6Ah batteries on both of these to keep it fair, but let's start out with the DEWALT. We'll go over prices, all the specs, and we'll show you these things in action. So the DEWALT 20V Max, this is one of those tools that everybody likes. They did just about everything perfect on this tool, and probably one of the best tools I've ever used from DEWALT. Now what's nice about this, you can stand this up on end or lay it down flat, doesn't matter. I really like that option. The RIDGID does not do that, you can only lay it down, but one of the shining features on this tool is the easy release head. You can put those blades in super quick, take them out super quick, and you got that nice LED light right there. As soon as you pull the trigger, it comes on. Now price wise, it is on sale right now at the depot. I will put a link in the description below for $129, but check this out. That head is just so awesome. That's the one thing I really love about this. You just put that blade in there, you let go, and it clamps down in. You can go left, right, up, down, different angles on this, and it's just so super easy to do. Probably the best design on the market today when it comes to quick release. I love it. Now, the one negative about this, if you want to use a sanding pad, you got to put a bolt down there at the end. There's a couple extra pieces this comes with, so it might not be the easiest when it comes to all attachments, but when it comes to putting those blades in, wow, check this out if you haven't. I love it. Now, you do get a brushless motor with it. You do get a 3-year limited warranty with it. You got the dual grit variable speed trigger. Yes, it is variable speed on this, and may I add, pretty comfortable. The oscillations per minute, 20,000, and the voltage, again, 20 volt. Now without the battery, guys, this thing only weighs 2.97 pounds. So 3 pounds for this whole tool without the battery. Now, so I don't forget, I'm going to let you hear the sound comparisons between the two pieces of equipment. We'll let you hear that again towards the end of the video, but the DEWALT is quieter in my opinion, and the pitch is not as high as the RIDGID, if you ask me. Now you can also add a depth adjustment right up here on the top. Did not come with this tool, you will have to buy it separately. The oscillating arc range, you're looking at 0 to 1.6. And another great feature with this tool is that you can go trigger free. Basically, it has an automatic mode. You pull the trigger, I'll show you this towards the end of the video. You lock it in and you do not have to compress it throughout the work. The RIDGID does not have that feature. It has a couple other features, and speaking of RIDGID, let's take a look at this now. This thing literally just went on sale. The 18-volt RIDGID Octane runs off of the Smart Octane battery that uses the Wi-Fi. You can control just about everything using your phone. Very cool, and it helps prevent bogging down as it sends more power to that tool. You cannot stand this up on end though, like the DEWALT does. I wish you could, but that shape of the battery just won't allow you. You will also see that the RIDGID is quite longer than the DEWALT. You're probably looking at a little bit more than 2 inches in difference with length. As far as it goes with weight on the RIDGID without the battery, you're looking at 3.2 pounds. Also very comfortable, but what I like about this is that you can actually put 2 fingers on the trigger, and you also have an area for your pinky and ring finger. It doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed. I think it's a little bit more comfortable than the DEWALT, even though the DEWALT is also, very comfortable. You also get that bright LED light. You got a dedicated light trigger on this as well, so you can pull the trigger and light it up, or you can just use that dedicated light. Now, you also have the quick release on here. I like the DEWALT a little bit better. We had an issue with, this sort of like a mouse trap. You can see that on the full review, but all you got to do is pull that back. It should stay right where you want it. You just open that up, drop your blade in, Or what's nice about this, you can add your sanding pads without the attachments, just throw them on. Both of these take the Dremel blades, but super easy. You can go left, right, whatever angle you want, and then you just clamp it down, and once you clamp it down, it stays. Now the one issue I have with this is that the release lever is in the back, so sometimes your blade does want to come out when you go to close that. It gets a little bit frustrating sometimes. Definitely not as easy as the DEWALTs, but all in all, it still works very well. Now you're also looking at 4 degrees of oscillation on this. In case I forget, you have a lifetime service agreement on the tool and the battery. Huge when it comes to RIDGID. And if I haven't mentioned the price, you're looking at $139 tool only. Now, just like the DEWALT oscillating tool, you are looking at 20,000 oscillations per minute. But not only that, you got another feature with this. You have 7 different heads that will go on this tool. Now, a lot of the DEWALT fans will tell me, well, that's not fair because this is a new tool that has that feature and the DEWALT does not. I say, get over it. Put on your big boy pants. It's time for DEWALT to step up and start adding some different heads for their tools as well. Now what's nice about this, you pop it out, you can go up, down, left, right with these different heads, so it really helps your wrist. Ergonomics, again, the DEWALT does not have that. You do have that dedicated light button right here. The only thing that you have on this though is a left, right, so basically it's forward, reverse, which is nice. The DEWALT does not have that, but the DEWALT does have the automatic mode where this does not. So that might be a huge feature for somebody that's looking for that automatic mode. Now, even though this is a little bit longer than the DEWALT, it's a little bit thinner. So that's up to you. Do you want that length and a little bit thinner, or do you want a little bit more girth with a little bit less length? I'm curious to know what you think. Leave a comment. So now it is time to put these two tools up against each other. We're going to cut some wood. I want to know what you think, which one does better here. We're not going to put any pressure on each one of these tools. We're just going to let the tool do the work. So it's going to be easy. This is what we're going to use these tools for, mostly when cutting wood, something like this. So this is like a 1 by 1.5. Now first up, the DEWALT. I will put a little bit of pressure on this, then the RIDGID, then we'll let them do it by themselves. Let's get it started. Now that one there, I actually put a lot more pressure than I usually would. I wanted to see if it would bog down a little bit. Let's try the RIDGID in the same setting here. Both of these excellent tools. Now I will tell you that the DEWALT, whether you're cutting or not cutting, just holding that trigger, it has a lot more vibration than the RIDGID does. Now let's try a straight down cut with a lot of pressure. And this is just to see if it is bogging down at all, and this does not seem to be doing that. So the DEWALT 20 volt definitely supplying a lot of power to this tool. And let's try to do the exact same thing with the RIDGID. Now you might have heard a little bit more bogging down on the RIDGID. I'm curious if you think the same thing. Let's do a side by side. I'm not going to put any downward pressure on these. I'm just going to let it go by themselves and see what happens. Now, as you can see, the RIDGID went through a lot faster than the DEWALT, but I'm curious, because of that length, I'm wondering if because it tilted a little bit more towards the front, if it added a little bit more weight to it, and that helped it, go through a little faster than the DEWALT. But yeah, definitely a lot faster without any effort being put on either tool. And just so you can see, either side was a straight cut. Both went a little crooked on me, but it's not easy to do by yourself. You need to get some help on these. But yeah, you can definitely see that the RIDGID went through faster. They're both using wood blades, but I think the length might have something to do with that. And just to show you, I really like that feature on the DEWALT where the RIDGID does not have that, the automatic mode. Now I'm curious, guys, what do you think out of the two? You got the LED light up in the front on the DEWALT, you got the LED light towards the bottom of the RIDGID. Both of them feel great. These are both great tools. I guess it comes down to the end user. What works better for you? Yes, the RIDGID has the detachable and replaceable heads. That is just a plus the RIDGID has because they have been upgrading their technology where, DEWALT, I think if you want to corner that market, I think you need to be able to start doing that as well. Now with that said, the DEWALT shines in a lot of different areas where the RIDGID doesn't. I love the quick release if you're using this strictly for cutting. The automatic mode is a huge plus. The DEWALT is on sale right now for $129. Again, I'll put a link in the description below. The RIDGID JobMax is $139, but you'll have to buy the attachments separately. They don't come with all of the attachments, so keep that in mind as well. Both are very comfortable. Either one you're going to love. But I want to know what you think. You are the ones that are going to decide who wins this tool duel. Is it the DEWALT 20V XR or is it the all-new RIDGID OCTANE JobMax oscillating tool? Again, both very well done. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Smash that like button if you like this video. If you don't like this video, smash the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more tool duels. We'll be back with more videos soon.